Hello guys, welcome back to my channel which is Real Homeopathy. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and for more updates stay tuned and press the bell icon given below. And today I was unable to prepare notes by myself as I was busy for some other work, and this today which I am presenting in today's class is the article prepared by Dr. Anvesh Sir, and this is the article which he prepared, and he has prepared this from the reference with 8 Materia Medica books. And so today I'll be just giving a little glimpse over this, and I just want to thank Anvesh Sir for giving me this article to my channel. And let's begin. Today's remedy is Conia maculatum, and I just want to say you in brief about that, and there are even the further slides. I just want to explain you little by little in about this remedy. So let's begin. So Conia maculatum, it is called as poison hemlock here. So the poison hemlock, which is Eno amblyiferae, belongs to Amblyiferae family here. Okay, so tincture of fresh plant in flower. So that it is made from tinctures of the fresh plant from that poison hemlock plant. So which is this here, poison hemlock plant is this. From this plant the remedy is made. Okay. And Conium is indigenous to Europe and Asia. It grows in waste places, usually by river sides, to a height of about from 2 to 6 feet. So the entire fresh plant root excepted, it is used to prepare a tincture here. So the active principles of this plant is Conia, which is yellowish, oily, transparent fluid, lighter than weight of an acrid, nauseous, tobacco-like taste. While this fetid, poisonous herb was first brewed for our school by Hahnemann. So its use as a poison dates back to about 5th century. So let's begin. So Hahnemann published 2 provings of Conium, one more brief in Materia Medica Pura and one later in Chronic Diseases. So 2 provings are done by Samuel Hahnemann here. In next slide you'll see. So Conium is here deep acting, long acting, complaints from cold. Anything you take cold, the complaints begins here. When glands become affected all over the body, infiltration in the region of ulcers and inflamed parts in the glands along the course of the lymphatics. Constitution: Conium corresponds to light-haired persons, old feeble men, old maids, bachelors, women of rigid fiber and easily excited, and also to those of the opposite temperament, persons of strong sedentary habit more than to lively sedentary habits, persons who are easily intoxicated with stimulants, women who have scanty menses, cancers and glandular affections. So ailment is from blow or falls. Effects of grief, any grief is there, of overstudy, patients who are aggravated when idle or when left alone. So it is a value for scrofulous constitutions, for the bad effects following sexual excesses, for weakness following exhausting diseases. Okay. Next one, according to Hahnemann, Conia maculatum is one of those drugs of which it is exceedingly difficult to distinguish the primary and secondary effects of it. He thinks nevertheless that the primary action is one of rigidity, condensation and constriction of the fibers with swelling of glands and diminution of the senses. Rigidity, condensation, constriction of the fibers with swelling of the glands and diminution of the senses. Nerves are in state of debility. Coming to nerves of in Conia maculatum, so there is debility, trembling, jerking, twitching here, gradually growing paralytic weakness, somewhat like cocculus. Nerves are weak, debilitating, trembling, gradually develops for paralytic kind of weakness here. Next one, numbness with pains, very often Numbness with a weakness. The conium patient is unable to watch moving things without getting sick headaches. It is to the glands and capillary system what aconite is to the heart and artery system. In many cases, conium may be regarded as aconite of chronic diseases. This remedy is characterized by great dizziness brought on when lying down and moving head ever so slightly. So, moving head ever so slightly, there is great dizziness brought on by lying down. Lying lying down and moving the head so slightly, or even the eyes, all the contents of the room appear to whirl around. Patient wishes to keep the head perfectly still. Okay, interrupted flow of urine will be there. Conium has a very marked action in the pelvic organs. Constipation is very pronounced, or there may be diarrhea. Conium has been used very extensively for malignant and cancerous affections of glands, and no wonder, because it takes hold of glands from the beginning and infiltrates, and they gradually grow to a stony hardness of the cancerous glands here, like scirrhus. Next, coming to, so what we have seen is there is a cancerous infections, there is a pelvic organ infections, there is headache here, and also it is related to urination, it is related to nerves, okay, ailments from constitution, all of that. Now nextly you will see conium differs from a great many diseases, great many medicines. It is common for pains and aches to be relieved by putting the feet up on a chair or in bed, but the sufferings and conditions are better by letting the limbs hang down. So this is like better by letting the limbs hang down. Amelioration, limbs hanging down. So the patient with rheumatism or ulceration of legs and the other strange sufferings of the legs will lie down and permit his legs to hang over the bed as far up as the knee. Up to date, we have no explanation here. It's a great remedy for rheumatism, okay? Ulcerations on legs. Next, coming to keynotes by Henry, which is Ellen, especially for diseases of old men, old maids, old bachelors with rigid muscular fiber, persons with light hair who are easily excited, strong persons of sedentary habits. So this is related to all diseases which is related to men or old maids, related to all old people here, and which who has rigid muscles and strong persons of sedentary habits. Weakness of old people, complaints caused by a blow or fall here. Weakness of old people, debility, complaints by blow or fall, cancerous and scrofulous persons with enlarged glands and rigid fiber, no inclination for business or study, indolent, indifferent, takes no interest in anything, memory is weak, unable to sustain any mental effort, morose, which is sadness. Morose is sadness, easily vexed, domineering, quarrelsome, scolds with not bearing contradiction here. So, excitement of any kind causes mental depression, dreads being alone, yet avoids society. Glandular induration of stony hardness, and there is of mammae and testicles in persons of cancerous tendency. After bruises, which is injury to the glands. Compare Astra rubricans. Breast becomes sore, hard, painful before and during menstruation. There is vertigo, especially when lying down or turning in bed. Especially when lying down and turning in bed is very peculiar here. Moving the head slightly or even the eyes must keep the head perfectly still. On turning the head to the left, called chicum, of old people with ovarian and uterine complaints. Cough, spasmodic paroxysms by dry spot in larynx with itching in chest and throat. Aggravation is night, lying down, and pregnancy. Aggravation is night while sleeping and pregnancy. Great difficulty for urination. There is cough, urination is there, and leukorrhea 10 days after menses. Bad effects of suppressed sexual desire, suppressed menses, sexual instinct or from excessive indulgence. Sweats day and night as soon as one sleeps after closing the eyes. Aversion to light. aggravation at night, lying down, turning or rising up in bed, celibacy. Trembling, jerking of muscles, twitching from the weakness of nerves. We have seen it in the previous related to nerves. Coming to generalities from Ellen, what Ellen says here is general relaxation with inclination to laugh, sense of exhaustion early in morning when in bed, sudden relaxation when walking, faintness, convulsive twitching of limbs, spasmodic pains in various parts, spasmodic pains, complaints of old age. There is complaints of old age, convulsive twitching of limbs, after effects of blows and contusions, unusual liability to take cold. Most complaints appear during the rest, especially at night and in cold, especially at night and in separate attacks. Others come on when walking in open air and trembling. Coming to fever, pulse is extremely irregular, mostly slow and large. Irregular, mostly slow and large, intermingled with small quick beats, throbbing in blood vessels. Chillness and coldness will be there early in morning and in afternoon from 3 to 5 o'clock, with constant desire for warmth, and early in morning internal only, in afternoon and with over running shivering will be there. There is day sweat will be there in day and night as soon as he falls to sleep. Relationship, allied remedies, you have to see all of this. There are certain remedies here given, you have to check it out. And then coffee has been found to antidote of hemlock. Coffee has been antidote with this. Okay, there are certain cases, I'll be just presenting the slides, you can just pause it and then you can just understand it. Okay, there are certain cases here. I'll just go through one case, which is case number 1. Sirka has recorded, it is a striking case illustrating the latter. A patient had severe diarrhea for which the doctor was about to give sulfur. When he asked if the stools were hot, on the contrary, they are cold. Stools are cold. So replied the patient. Sirkar found cold flatulency under Conium maculatum and gave it on analogy with brilliant effect. So this is all about Conium maculatum. I just want to say you all that you have to understand each MATERIA medical remedies in detail and understand and get the peculiarities of that, modalities of that, understand the constitution of the patient on which it is. So here cancer will come and glandular enlargement, scrofulous and sedentary habiting, all of that will come. So it is known as poison hemlock. To the antidote this, coffee is best. So in order to understand all of this Conium maculatum, just completely go through this and understand it. And I just want to complete and end this class for today with this remedy itself. Please hit like button, do subscribe to my channel and share with your friends, and kindly